Hey guys, what's up? A lovely good morning to everyone. How about it if I today ask you one of the questions? How do you manage your secret? Now, after my questions, definitely there are some certain tools which are coming in your mind. But my next question is it secure enough to keep you in peace? If yes, that is good enough. If not, then you must watch my this tutorial because under this tutorial, I'm going to cover one of the most revolutionary secret management tool which is called Vault, and Vault is a HashiCorp product which gives you a highly secure environment to manage your secret and the sensitive data. Hello guys, my name is Avinash and you are watching the Learning Destination. If you haven't yet subscribed my channel, then please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon as well. Hey guys, so now let me quickly introduce about today's agenda. So in the first sections, we are going to cover the introductions about the Vault, that what is the Vault and how it works. Then secondly, we are going to cover that what are its capability, why we should use the Vault. Third, I am going to show you some use cases of the Vault. Then after that, we will have sessions for the questions answers, right? And at the last moment, we are going to close this session. So in the first sections, I'm going to explain you about the Vault. What is Vault? Vault is a system tool which gives you facility to store, access and manage your secret in highly secure environment. It allows you to tightly control access to tokens, passwords, certificate, encryption keys for protecting secret using user interface, command line interface or HTTP. This two slide, I was frequently using the term called secret. But what is exactly the secret? How we can classify it? All these things we are going to understand in my next slide. So let's firstly focus on what is the secret. So anything that allows you to authorize or authenticate with the system is called secret, and it might be username and password, database credential, API tokens and TLS certification. Now we will have very crystal clear idea about the secret. But now the question is how we want to understand. It means that definitely there are some set of secrets, database credential, API token, but who access on them, who's been using these things, and how can we periodically rotate this? These all things we are going to understand in my next slide, that also gives us the capability over the Vault. It means that now we are going to understand that why we should use the Vault on basis of all these parameters. Hey guys, so now I'm going to talk about the first level of capability of the Vault, that why we should use it. Let's suppose that you have set of secret, the secret which I explained you, like the secret may be database credentials, username and password, API tokens, TLS certification, etc. Right? So these secrets may be come under the configuration management file. Let me explain you. Let's suppose that you are writing some playbook and there is some username, password, there may be database credentials, it may be in encryption form, or it may be in plain text as well. In the same way, there is a version controlling system and you are maintaining all these database and all under the code, right? And the code is placed under the repository of your VCS. The VCS may be Bitbucket, GitHub, GitLab, etc. Right? So you see that your data is, the secret is scattered everywhere. It may be in under the configuration management tool, it may be under the VCS, right? So why don't you think that we should centrally manage all these data? And that is where the Vault comes into the pictures, right? The first capability is to solve the problem of centralized secret management system. The Vault gives you to manage your secrets centrally, right? And apart from that, on top of that, there are two robust features. One is ACL, access control list, right? So you can restrict the access. And the third thing is that audit, right? So through the audit, you can easily identify that who is accessing the data and what they are using for it, right? So the first level of capability is centrally manage the data. So rather than placing the data under the configuration management tool or under the VCS, right? You can simply place your secrets, username, password, database credentials, API token, whatever it is, you can simply place under the centrally secret management system called Vault, right? And on top of that, you can implement the ACL as well, right? So let's suppose that there are 4 developers in your organizations, right? And you don't want to give them all equally access, right? So you can set the permissions according to the ACLs, right? And then they can simply use this secrets from the Vault. Simultaneously, what those 4 developers are doing, you can simply track from the OD. So this is the first level of capability, and we can say it approach moving from world of sprawl to a world of centrality. Guys, now I believe you have very crystal clear level of understanding over the first level capability of Vault, where we are managing secrets centrally along with the ACL and the audit features. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the next level of challenges. So first level of challenges we have already saved by placing our secret on central location. Now next level of challenges is that, let's suppose that there is one web application which is pulling this secret to log in through the users, right? Now I am going to talk about what are the possibilities of the secret breaches or the data leakage on the application level. Right, so the next level of challenges we are going to call it as a dynamic secret. Okay, so here on this Vault where your secret is centrally placed, now it is being accessed by the application. Now application, on the applications level, there may have some vulnerabilities, right? These vulnerabilities may come in the form of logs, diagnostic output, and the monitor. Okay, so in the logs level, let's suppose that this is the web application and user is putting their user ID and password to log in inside the applications, right? Then your application has some exceptions, some kind of fault which gives the user ID and password in the plain text format directly into the logs, right? There may be some diagnostic output and application has some exception and it shows username and password in the output as well. It might be that you are using some external monitoring system and application simply shipping out your credential to that monitoring system, right? So in such kind of problems, the Vault has solved these kind of problem with the help of dynamic secret. So under the Vault there is a facility, so you can continuously keep changing your password. There will be a uniqueness, and also Vault gives you the facility that you can set this password on this for the some certain time period. It means that you can set for 10 days, 20 days and 30 days. So after these days your password will automatically rotate, it will be changed, and there will be again one unique password. So there is a facility of uniqueness comes. Okay, so let's suppose that this web application, so there is let's suppose that there are 20 web servers. Okay, so even though if one of the web servers is also getting compromised, still you can save your 19 web server. Okay, because why? Because there is uniqueness in the credentials. Okay, so in the next level of capability, Vault gives us the facility to dynamically change the secret, rotate it on periodic basis like 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, right? There is uniqueness since it is getting rotated. And also if one of the web server is getting compromised, we can simply revoke, we can simply remove that web server, still we can save the 19 other web servers. So that is the second level of capability which we call dynamic secret. Hey guys, so now I am going to talk about the third level capability of the Vault, where the Vault gives us the features of high level API to encrypt our sensitive and the critical data. So let's suppose that applicant has to access some critical data. It may be the credit card information, it may be your bank account, it may be some sign verification, right? Some critical data, right? So the Vault has the facility of HMAC, hash message authentication code, okay, which you can, under this, which you can encrypt your data by using the high level API. So that is the third level capability of the Vault. Hey guys, so far now we have seen that how Vault is helping us in solving the various challenges. Now if we put all the capabilities under the one table, the overall architecture is looking like this. So Vault has three mainly features. One is authentication, second is secret management, first is securing our data under the storage. Okay, so under the authentications you can use like EC2 AWS. Okay, let me give you one example how it is helping through the authentications. Okay, so let's suppose that there is the EC2 instance and some of the requester or the developer, they want to reboot. Okay, so you can configure the authentication, and by only authorizing through the Vault, then only the developer and the requester will be able to reboot your EC2 instance. Simultaneously, under the authentications, you can configure the LDAP. Simultaneously, you can also authenticate your Kubernetes cluster with the Vault, right? In the second part, there is a called secret facility. So under the secret facility, there is a called KB. KB is generally a secret engine, and basically it's key and value. So where you can store your secret in the form of key and value. Okay. Now dynamic secret, which we have already seen that how it is helping us to securing the secret on the application level, right? In the same way, this Vault has also facility to sync with different cloud platforms. So I have shown here only the AWS. However, that is a facility like GCP, Azure is available, and you can simply you can simply manage your secret for all these cloud with the Vault. Then there is a PKI certificate as well. It means that you can secure your certificate by simply placing on the Vault as well, right? You remember in last HMAC, I was talking about that how Vault is helping us to securing the sensitive level data like credit card information, sign verification, etc. Right? So under the storage, you can use various things like if you are using a relational database management system, RDMS, right? The AWS database. Then there is a console. Then there is a Google Spanner. All these comes under the storage, and that you can simply sync with the Vault. So mainly the Vault is helping you to securely save the authentications, secret, and the storage level management. So this is the overview architecture of the Vault. Hey guys, so after the architecture overview, now I'm going to talk about the use cases. So there are various use cases of the Vault which we have already seen in previous couple of slides. So those are secret management, dynamic secret, Kubernetes secret, database credential rotation, identity based access. Okay, so let me briefly explain you what is this. So in my previous slide, I already explained that we can easily sync our Vault to any cloud platform. It may be AWS, GCP, or the Azure. Okay, so let me give you one example. Let's suppose that you have to create one of the account for one of the developer, right? And probably you have to give some access like S3 access, or like you want to give the administrator access, right? So in all the cases, you need to generate the access key and secret key, right? So in somehow, if access key and secret key is getting leased, it means that your secret credential is getting compromised, right? So what exactly the Vault does, if you configure the Vault with the AWS, each and every time when that developer logins, the access key and secret key is getting rotated. It means that each and every time the developer will have the new access key and secret key, and all these things happens automatically. It means that there is no manual need. You don't need to go and generate manually the access key and secret key. That is the concept of identity based access. Okay, after that, the data encryption and tokenizations, that we can do it on the high level of API. And finally the key management comes. So there are various features. Okay guys, so now time to question and answer. So guys, if you have any question, just write me in the comment sections and I will answer it there. So yeah, that's all for the day guys, and I hope you have really enjoyed this session. So just go ahead, play with the Vault, create some credentials and store it under the Vault, sync it with the different cloud platform, and on the screen my email ID is given there, right? So if you have any questions, you can send me the email directly, or you can, the best way to reach me is that you can just simply write in the comment sections and I will answer it there. So I hope you really enjoyed. So that's all for the day. I'm just leaving here and I will see you in next week. And if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, then please subscribe my channel and don't forget to share it with your friends and the colleague. I will see you in next week. Till the time, thank you so much for watching this. You have a very lovely day guys.